Hello everyone, welcome back. So, in my last video I talked about Deep Rock Galactic, one of my favorite multiplayer games of all time. And although it wasn't meant to be a review or guide or anything of the sort, people were complaining that, the gameplay I showed in the background wasn't really that engaging and didn't really show that much of what you could do in Deep Rock. And also the examples I used for things like overclocks and stuff like that didn't really do a good job of, feeling out the vibe of Deep Rock. And after rewatching the video, I kind of agree. I do agree that I didn't really do a good job of displaying what Deep Rock really can be. So I thought, why not just play some Deep Rock? Make a video where I play some Deep Rock and I just explain, certain things along the way, showcase a few things, and just really show off what the game can be. Now, just to put this out there, I much prefer playing this game with friends. I have a few friends that I play this game with. Sometimes, playing with friends or playing with randoms is... I know playing with randoms is shunned upon in, and generally not a good experience in a lot of games, but in Deep Rock, 99% of the time, it's a great experience. Most of the people who play Deep Rock are huge fans of the game and have played it for a while, and they love the culture and the community, and, same goes for myself. So it's generally a pretty good experience. But if you have friends who play this game or would like to play it, I would highly recommend playing it with friends. But at the same time, I watched this video a while back of a guy who, I don't remember the guy's name, I'm sorry, but he talked about how when he played with friends, he didn't really like the game, but then he came back later and played solo, and he actually talked about how he really got to truly experience the game and the vibe, and just, he didn't have just distractions and things like that. So, maybe just try the game solo first, just to sort of get the vibe of the game and understand how it works, and then play with friends. Maybe that's good advice. I don't know, but yeah, you can try it out if you want, I guess. Anyway, I think I will just play some missions and, like I said, just explain some things along the way, and we'll just see how it goes. So, my Scout is my main. I love the Scout. What kind of mission am I doing? We can go into the assignment board here, which just shows your active missions, and you can choose missions from the list. I'm doing a weekly core hunt at the moment. Matrix cores are what you use to make overclocks, basically. So you want to do these core hunts to get cores. You can also do deep dives, and with promotions of your dwarves, you also get cores and overclocks. So those are some ways to get Matrix cores. So right now I have to do a industrial sabotage mission. So I think for that I will go for a AI stability engine, maybe? Yeah. So what this overclock does, it's an unstable overclock, which means it has, like, pretty significant downsides, but in this case, it's not that bad. But this ability, AI stability engine, is really good for, like, weak point damage, and it has no recoil. It's just that it has a slower rate of fire, but it's like, really good for weak point damage. So it's good for, like, what's it called? Elimination missions, where you're killing dreadnoughts, which are like big boss type enemies. And it's also good for the caretaker, which also requires like a lot of weak point damage. So, but I'll show that later. I'll show how it works. And yeah, we don't need this because we don't have recoil. Rate of fire can go up, I guess. Increased damage. High magazine, armor breaking. Or we can just up the weak spot bonus. Yeah, by 20%. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do that. We don't really need armor breaking. It's fine. And chance to stun or rate of fire. Yeah, let's up the rate of fire. Why not? And then the... Do I want the shotgun? Yeah. But I'll go with the more... Maybe like a clean overclock for this one. Just to have a bit more consistency. Yeah, just more ammo probably. Faster reload. That's fine. I think I'll go with this. And we can go with the stun sweeper. So the stun sweeper is one of the grenades. And it's basically just a boomerang that bounces between enemies and stuns at least smaller enemies. So it's really good for you know, ad clearing. And it doesn't take out, it doesn't one-shot normal glyphids or anything like that, but it does one-shot swarmers, which are basically mini glyphids that take like one hit from your melee or bullet or anything. So it does one-shot those, so it's good for that, but it's also just good for crowd control in general, so I think I'll take this. Could also go for the cryo grenade, which, as the name implies, freezes everything. That also works, but I like the stun sweeper for this kind of thing, for crowd control. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's go. So these are biomes, by the way. We're going to the Crystalline Caverns, which is like an ice biome. It also shows what kind of resources you can get there on the left. I can't show it with the mouse, but you see you can get Jadis and Bismore. So if you ever need minerals, if that's like your only goal, if you need minerals, you can go to the biome, to the map, and look at what minerals are in each biome, right? So that's good to know. So we're going to Crystalline Caverns. Ebonite Outbreak. Oh, well that's a bit annoying, actually. Massive Ebonite infestation. So Ebonites, I mean, I could talk about this first. Well, again, this is not meant to be like a full guide, but I'm just explaining things that I feel things that I feel need explaining. There you go. So these are warnings, which are like modifiers to missions, negative modifiers, I should say, that add certain things. So Ebonite Outbreak. Ebonites are like rock-covered versions of the glyphids. And the only way to kill them is with your pickaxe. Maybe I should bring my cryo grenade, actually. I think I will for this particular warning. Let's go public, because it's nice to have other people on this particular mission type. And let's go hazard level 3. That's just the difficulty. I used to play on hazard 4, but after coming back to the game, hazard 4 has just become too much for me. So I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I mean, I'm only 28, but you know, I just come to this game to chill these days. So let's go for hazard 3, and let's go get a beer. The daily specials. You can see here today's special, pots of gold, that gives us increased gold when we mine a vein of gold. So that's not necessarily useful, but it's always nice to get more gold. So we'll take that. And daily specials also cost barley bulb, which is a particular flower that you find in missions. So you always want to pick those up whenever you can. Alright, so this is the starting area. Our side objective is to collect Apoca blooms, which are these flowers here. I don't have Mission Control's voice turned on in the audio settings, but... Oh, we do get these. Okay. Yeah, so basically there's an in-game... Oh, it drops from Molly. I see. I actually haven't done this warning before, the Ebonite outbreak. So I didn't actually know that's how it worked. That's pretty cool. Yes, you can see this is the first Ebonite enemy. So we can just bonk it with our pickaxe and it goes boom. We can ask Bosco, our trusty sidekick, to mine that Nitra. Nitra is used to call in a resupply pod that gives you ammo and health and grenades and stuff. So we're gonna need some Nitra. And I'm already full on gold because I have the pots of gold. But, you know, as dwarves, we love gold, so that's okay. And I'm just doing a little animation cancel to deposit the gold there. Holy shit, that filled up fast. Okay, I need this. This is a bigger boy, so it needs more hits. So what these blue orbs do is that they supercharge my pickaxe so that I can actually deal with those Ebonites. And we have a random joining. Nice. Rock and stone, brother. You must rock and stone, or you're going home. Oh, right, this is a rival mission. Forgot. So the rivals are these, this is like an alien robot race that show up in certain missions. They were the theme of Season 2, among other things. People are not a huge fan of them these days, and it's getting a bit old, but this mission type is specifically focused around the rivals. So it's kind of necessary, you know? Oh, hello. Can I? I can. Okay. So apparently you can kill them with the normal power attack. You can also power attack to mine faster, to basically animation cancel the mining. How you killed the stone bugs. Let's just help out the Greenbeards a little bit. Greenbeards are what we call new players in this game. And veteran players are Greybeards. So we like to help out the Greenbeards if they have any questions. I mean, to be fair, I also didn't know that... I mean, I kinda knew, because there is an in-game event with the Ebonite things, where the blue orbs drop from a so-called pickaxe sprinkler. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place right now. It's always hard to explain while... Okay, so you don't actually need the overcharge thing to kill these boys. You can kill these little drones. It's a bit confusing because Engineer has a drone that basically spit out these small shredders that they're called. And also in this mission we are against rivals who also have these shredder drones. So it's quite confusing. But, oh, there's a sniper turret. Those are very dangerous on higher difficulties. But on Hazard 3, it's not that bad. In order to get rid of the shield from the caretaker, we have to connect... we have to hack these pods. Because... or the power stations. Because they're what powers the shield to the caretaker. So there's 2 of them, 1 on each side. And we have to hack them so that in order to get the shield to go down. So we have to use these orbs to connect the hacking pod to the power station. Let's get some light in here. And then while the pod is hacking, we have to protect it until it's done, basically. And like the scout just said, this would be a lot easier with teamwork, but you know, sometimes if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Or if you want something done at all. No, don't. Please, just stop ruining everything. Just put it here. Just put it down. Oh my lord. Please stop. There we go. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? And now, like I said, we have to go over to the hacking pod. Okay, well this is just unnecessary, but if he wants to do that, that's okay. So now we started hacking. It's the hacking bot called Haxi. And you can see the bar up there, hacking power station. And now we're going. So now we just have to protect it. Look at him go.
You're gonna burn, all right.
We finished the hacking process. There's a few enemies left, but that's fine. And there it goes. Just straight through the roof. Okay. And that's one hacking station. Or one power station, rather. That's a Mactera grabber. Let's get rid of that as quickly as possible. So they like to grab people and carry them away, which we don't like, obviously. So we get rid of that as quickly as possible. Oh, apparently there's a bulk detonator, and that is exactly what it sounds like. It's a big boy who fuck. Yeah, he's when he dies, he well, you'll see. Ow. Yeah. So that's what a bulk detonator does. It's you don't want to mess with those. So whenever you see one, you want to kill it as fast as possible, basically. One brain cell. Anyway, it's time to hack. What? Hello? Game? Yeah. Game, please! What are you doing? Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm trying, man. Okay, there we go. We did it. Alright. That's both power stations hacked, and oh, there's another grabber. Be gone, foul beast. So these patrol bots can sometimes be hacked. We got two at once here. So you have to complete these so-called puzzles. They're not that bad. And then the drones are on your side. That's kind of nice. They're not super helpful, but you know, it's nice to have. A bit like Greenbeards. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Yes. No. Yes. It is what it is. And now, we can take on the caretaker. And now we call in some supply pods. We can basically just call in as many as we can because this is the final room and we're not really going to be doing much else after this. We have our secondary objective, so, you know, we can just bolt to the drop pod after this. And we don't have a driller, but when you do have a driller, there's a strategy you can do where you dig a hole on, or you get some platforms or something, and the engineer drops a C4 or 2 C4s on top of the caretaker when the fight starts, because there are these weak points you need to hit. I'll show when we start. But basically that C4 can blow up all the 4 weak points at the same time. So you don't have to shoot all of them. And it's a really good strategy, but it is a bit of a ball ache. Oh, I just started the fight. Oops. Well, it's probably fine. I think people are ready. Our one gunner is... Oh. Well, isn't that just excellent timing? I'll go get him. Hold on. There we go, buddy. Up you get. Okay, let's get back to the fight now. Oh, he's AFK, that's why he died. Okay, well, I guess you'll just stay AFK then. So anyway, you see these yellow points? Those are the weak points we need to take out before we can access the main weak point. And I don't think these yellow weak points actually take weak point damage, which is... It's kind of annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. And now the eye opens up on one side at a time. And then we just shoot that until it closes. And it goes to another side. You also don't want to stand on the plate because you get electrocuted. And the arms it has will reach out and try to grab you. So basically, staying on the move the whole time is the best strategy. Now it is launching bombs. So again, just stay on the move the whole time, and you'll be fine. And I will grab some ammo, or some health, rather. I didn't know that it was still doing the bombs. But now it's done with that. You can also melee power attack the arms to make them retract. Also, these shield things push you back and are just really annoying. And it's still launching bombs, so that's great. Like I said, just always stay on the move. Okay, that's 2 phases. Build these bots while we're at it. So, this overclock has insane weak point damage, but not that great damage overall. So it will kill things very fast if you hit the weak point. But if you don't, well, it doesn't. Grab some health if I can. And ammo. And the caretaker has now launched sniper turrets and patrol bots. So there's a lot going on right now. And I'm trying to talk at the same time. It's a bit difficult. Let's kill these turrets. Okay, one more. There we go. So now we can kill the caretaker. And there we go. That was a bit stressful. And so the caretaker goes down. Wow, I really love that new explosion effect they added. That's new in Season 5, I think. That looks really cool. And now the vault opens up and reveals the data rack, I believe it's called. And now we bring this to Molly. And there we go. That is Industrial Sabotage. So I know there was a lot going on there at the end. I'm probably going to show that in full, just to show how chaotic it can get. But yeah, that's the basis of that mission. And let's just call the drop pod. Grab a resupply on the way. A resupply for the road. And then we call in the drop pod. And it arrives over there. Oh, okay. Well, great start. And Industrial Sabotage is probably one of the least, or one of the most hated game modes. And, you know, I can understand because of the chaos, especially at the end around the caretaker, but, you know, I don't think it's that bad. If you know that you need to move around most of the time, I think it's pretty manageable. Is this the right way? Yes. I think the others are not going the right way, though. Yeah, they're digging a tunnel right now, which without a driller is very slow. There are a lot of advantages to being a scout and having a grapple gun. Mostly that you can just move around quickly. This guy's down again because he's AFK, I think. So, hey, we found the drop pod. Now we just have to wait for Molly to get here. And that's that. Oh, it's one of those. Bonk. And if you're wondering, that bonk sound effect is from a mod. That's not in the base game. But I can't live without it, so... Okay, well... You know, I should probably start digging this way to help out my team. Fuck off. Rock and stone, brothers. Hell yeah, teamwork. Let's go. Well, I just realized that because our teammate is AFK, he's, oh, he's back. What do you know? Well, we'll see if he can make it in the next 2 minutes. And we'll just have to defend the drop pod. No, he can't. We'll just have to wait a minute and a half then. I don't think I can even make it to him in time, to be honest. Oh shit! That's exactly what I'm saying. Oh, I don't have grenades. Shit. Get away! Holy fuck. Oh my god, they both died! Oh my god. That is probably the most perfect representation of what Deep Rock can be. I love that. That is fantastic. Hey, I also finished my assignment and I got a matrix core. So I can show you real quick what matrix cores do. So this is the forge where you can make overclocks that you... So basically when you unlock an overclock, you don't technically have it. You need to forge them at, well, the forge. So you can choose an overclock here. Let's say I want Seeker rounds for the Loki. And you have to pay some credits and some materials, and you start forging. And I have a mod that skips the forge animation because I just think it's unnecessary. And now I have that overclock unlocked. So there's a lot of overclocks here, and there's also skins, which basically just means recolors of your weapons. There are also frameworks that you can get, which are actual skins, or blueprints, or whatever you want to call them. And they are acquired from seasonal, the battle pass, which I can also show you. Battle pass station is over here, or season pass as it's called in this game. Standard, you unlock script, which is the currency for the season. And you go to the cosmetic tree, and every season has a set framework that it's called. Nothing too special this season. I think last season was a bit better, to be honest, but work on this game has dried out a little bit ever since GSG started working on Rogue Core, but that's, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. And yeah, in the season pass, you can just choose to unlock whatever you want, pretty much. You don't have to go down a specific route. I mean, you have these things, obviously, the levels, but, that's just level up and you'll have it, right? But in the cosmetic tree, you can just choose whatever you want, as long as you have the script. And I also have a lot of unclaimed script, I just noticed. So, yes, give me that currency. And there's also seasonal challenges, pretty standard. You get extra XP and script for doing that. Pretty standard battle pass stuff. But it's all free. Imagine that. A free season pass with everything included. Crazy, I know. There's also the weapon maintenance tab, which basically just use a weapon a lot and you unlock different paint jobs for them. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of free shit in this game, and it's amazing. Anyway, I think that displays most of the basic gameplay of Deep Rock. There are, a lot of different mission types and stuff like that. But when you're in game, you can go to the Miner's Manual, and you can see all the basic information, like getting started. There's a bestiary of all the enemies. Wow, there's a lot more enemies than I expected, actually. That's, yeah. So there's a lot of different enemies. And mission types. We just did the industrial sabotage, but there's plenty others. Some very cool mission types, some not so cool. But I think most of them are completely fine. And the regions, of course. There are quite a few of those too. So yeah, like I said, I think that mission displayed most of the basics. It was only one class and one loadout, of course, but there is such a huge variety in guns and loadouts that, you know, it would take ages to display all of it. But if you liked what you saw today and you want me to show off more classes and more guns and overclocks and stuff, just let me know and I'll do another video. But for now, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Give me feedback in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.